Happy. Okay, got it.
Hey, it's Chantal Gerardy here from Online Business Marketing. And today I'm here with one of my most amazing clients, Leah. I won't even try to say the surname, from Clean Burn Candles. And today we're just going to talk about her business and some of the amazing things that she discovered along the way in becoming a business owner, some of the new things that she may have learned or discovered or had to learn in order to be successful in her online marketing and in her business. So thanks, Leah, so much for jumping in today. And you have got a really, 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 really awesome point of difference with the business that you have. So maybe talk to us a little bit about why you do what you do, what it is that you do, but more importantly, the point of difference that you have, because marketing really is about the point of difference that you have, and it's about effectively communicating that. So please, can you share that with our audience?
Chantal, and thank you for having me. I started up Clean Burn Candle back in 2020 when COVID was still around, but I was home with my son who was having chemotherapy and in treatment for childhood cancer, having leukemia. And during this time, we were just home and hospital, and Clean Burn Candle just became a part of research into why I have smell allergies. So I have a lot of scent allergies, and I was getting candles all the time, and I could never use them, could never burn them, and I just put them on and never be able to use it. So I started researching why, and then it just became all about Clean Burn Candle. Everything I was reading was about how to have a better burning candle in the home. And then I just registered Clean Burn Candle and started from there. It just took off. So then I started the scent journey and making sure that all the allergens and all the allergen responses in candles weren't affecting me. So that meant I wasn't getting wheezing, sneezing, coughing, tummy aches, and nausea. So that were all the kind of adverse reactions I'd have from smell. And
you became the guinea pig.
If it didn't get past me, if that smell didn't get past me, it didn't go into the brand, it didn't go into the line, I didn't sell it, and it became part of my family's collection. Burn this. So lots of trial and errors. They actually say you need to make 80 candles before you actually get one out there, just to be, testing and trying. And so when you see people out there selling their wares, it's put a lot of time, a lot of effort. And we do a lot of research and background into this brand, especially because it has so much criteria to pass. It needs to be vegan friendly. It needs to be non-toxic. It needs to be clean burning. It needs to be natural based, cotton wicks, all the nice stuff, no palm, no paraffin, and just keeping it beautiful for the whole family to enjoy, especially children. A lot of families in my age group have got their children, they've got their pets around. So it's really important for it to be perfect for the whole family to enjoy, because it's so frustrating that people bring home a candle and you'd have a partner and they're like, oh, turn that candle off, So we want it to be gentle, subtle, and beautiful in the background, where it's not frustrating or annoying anyone. We want it to be just relaxing luxury.
Yeah, how absolutely amazing, that it is specifically catering for that market as well, because you wouldn't even think there is a market that is, highly sensitive to smells. So how awesome is it that, that people that are sensitive to smells can enjoy your candles. So what an amazing thing. So I always talk about, in business, there's three things, and I always talk about skills, strategies, and systems. So skills as a business owner, what skills do you think that business owners need in order to be successful in their business and in their online marketing?
So having a strategy, letter S, strategy. So a lot of the time we're going along just trying to get the word out there, and we're throwing things out there to see what sticks. And then we kind of forget, oh, that worked. And then, you don't track it, or you don't look at insights, or you don't see the monetizations and all the things in the background. So, the Google Analytics, all the things that say, oh, people are looking at this in particular. So then you can focus on that, because that's what people want. So knowing what people want and what they need is a part of understanding your clientele, and they're the ones that we're marketing to, because we want them to find us. We want those people with those scent allergies or look that criteria, those values, to want to find us. So we need to then make that very clear in our messaging.
Yeah, awesome. So I'd say it's a skill in effective communication and understanding your audience, and be able to do things strategically online, which is really awesome. So, you know, when we talk about strategy, with the strategy, I know we're always talking about, you know, you can sell one candle or we can sell lots of candles. So talk to us a little bit about, you know, some of the things that we've put in place with regards to looking at the B2B market or the wholesale market, so you can actually make more profit.
So we're just starting to expand on the idea of the brand so that we can reach more of our audiences through wholesale and becoming stockists. So we've just brought on Katerina on board with us, and she is starting the sales rep for the business. And it's been a huge onboarding because there's so much to go from just me retailing my product to my clientele to then getting it to more people and in front of more people as a brand. So that's a huge changeover. So we're still in the development stage of getting that right, but we're going to nut it out and get it going.
Yeah, and a large part of that as well was making sure that we get the profitability right of that as well, looking at the actual numbers. No, we've been looking at the numbers, which is just mind-blowing, but to make sure that you actually, you know, you're not just selling a lot of things, but it's going to be profitable, because if it's not profitable, you're just going to burn yourself out or run your business into the ground.
Yes.
And if you don't have processes in place, you know, you're just going to run into trouble.
Yeah, so a lot of that is me not being a mathematician. And look, I've used Excel spreadsheet for a long time and still remember how to do equals, you know, brackets and sum equals. But, you know, there are people who are better at it than me. So I'm still, you know, muddling through the best I can. And then coming down to a bottom line, because I want my customers to have affordability. Like, I don't want to be out of reach to my customers. I still want them to comfortably use these fragrances in their homes. So I don't want it to be unattainable. But we also need to make sure that everybody's getting looked after along the way, because otherwise I just run down and into the ground, because I'm just trying to bring it out to the people and build the brand, but not actually, you know, support my son and the family. So
For sure. If the business closes, it doesn't help anyone. So, and I know part of that was, you know, running these amazing events where you're running, you know, the candle and the wine tasting events. And then I'm the entire time saying to you, how much money are you making? Have you looked at the affordability of it? Have you looked at the cost of it? And how, you know, have you paid yourself a wage to be able to do that? And how much time has it taken? And you know, and business owners just want to just stay in the creative and in the event planning stage, which is all the nice stuff, you know. But as business owners, and that's part of the skills, we've got to pull it back and we've got to make sure that we're doing it, you know, strategically.
throwing a party as an Italian, you just give away everything.
You don't have to tell this Italian here.
So, you know, the more, you know. So I had to really dial back, like, what I would do, you know, as a person, as a human, you know, and say, no, this is enough. And it was still too much. So, you know, I still have all the leftover. I still got the booze in the fridge and I don't drink. So, you know, I need another party just for the
that's awesome.
So
yeah, so the last S that we always talk about is putting systems in place, because we have to have systems in place, because if you don't have systems in place, you literally will burn yourself out. And for us, I think, you know, the systems that come to mind for me is, firstly, when I first met you, that people couldn't actually make sales on your website. They kept calling you and saying, I'm trying to purchase, but I can't make a sale. And I have to be honest, Leah, I'm actually grateful those people did reach out and say, look, I can't make a sale, because most people would go to a website, not be able to make the sale or to be able to make the purchase, and would actually just not say anything to the business owner and just leave it there. So you were very fortunate enough that people actually did contact you and let you know. So getting that sales process and the website right was incredibly important.
Well, I was fortunate to meet Danielle through your network, and she was just incredible with the changeover from my old website to my new website. And back when I started, you know, to be able to put that amount of money into creating 2 websites in 2 years, you wouldn't do it. But I just really believed, that it had to be done. Otherwise, this won't work.
Well, a website that can't make sales is not going to make sales. So there's nothing worse than if someone says, I just want a cheap website, because I'm like, well, a cheap website's not going to make sales. So if people go onto my website and have a look, there is actually, we've created a tab now that's called Websites That Work. And you can actually go in and read some of the horror stories that we've experienced, because you do have to put money on your website. Bearing in mind, there are strategies for if you don't have a website, but if you do have a website, you have to make sure that it does work, because else it's pointless.
Well, 2 government grants, and both government grants were wasted on one marketing agency here in Adelaide that really couldn't set up what I needed to be set up, and another agency who got the website going but wasn't actually aware of what the candle business needed.
Yeah.
So, they had
strategy focused, not outcome focused.
Didn't understand what the candles were, didn't understand what a candle was, that it had, what functionality it had. So I had one product, and I said, I just want the one product with 16 cents, for instance. Yeah. And then they're like, well, actually, you've got 16 candles. So I had to put each candle as a cent, because she's like, well, you're not selling one candle, you're selling 16. So then I ended up having to make 16 candles to have them available. So then I was making way too much stuff and having products that people didn't need. So her mindset threw my business on a whole other roller coaster of things I didn't need to do. I needed one candle that I could pour in different smells, but I was then making 16 of each jar.
And you know what? And this comes down again to your business plan, your business strategy, making sure that you've got control over your business and your business direction, and then finding the right people around you to support you with that vision. And then to be able to give you feedback to grow that vision, not to come in and throw a curveball and go, no, we do it this way. We do it this way. So we want you to flip your business on its head, especially when you go out and you see other websites are doing it, where you can actually just go in and choose the cent. So doing your research is really important.
And I had shown a website that I wanted to mirror. It just didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh, that's so unfortunate. And that's one of the reasons why I did create that tab that's called Websites That Work, because it was my experience with websites over the years on how I'd literally been taken advantage by people doing websites. So I don't want to leave this one out, because this one's really important, and it shows up all the time, not just with you, but with a lot of the clients that I have. Yeah. And that is a system, and that is having time management system in place.
Yeah. So time management is always something that we forget about. We put it in place and then we go on with our lives. We put it in place and go on with our lives, So it's kind of like, even though I get the alert that says 9 o'clock, check my emails, 4 o'clock, check my emails and socials, and then I'm checking them all day, So, but then it's like, oh, it's 3 o'clock. I'll actually read them this time, So
yeah, it does. It takes discipline. It takes practice. And I think, one of the most amazing things as part of the program that you have is that you have that accountability. So, you have the accountability in the VIPP program of having that 1 hour once a month to check in and go, well, hold on a sec, Leah, I need to see your time management plan. And I want to make sure that you specifically are allocating time for specific tasks, and they detailed tasks that are actually priority tasks that lead you to money, not fun, creative tasks that lead you down a rabbit hole, but tasks that actually will help you stay on track. But we're talking about the VIPP program, is part of the 1 hour a month one-on-one coaching that you have. What else in the VIPP program have you enjoyed?
So part of the program has given me some ideas on platforms, especially things like MailerLite, using a Trello board, because that's now going to be useful with having Kat around, because by myself, I'm going to Trello myself, Yeah,
you didn't need a project management system, but yes, for growth, you certainly do.
So coming off of something like MailChimp and then using MailerLite and seeing how much more progress and systems you can put in place, how much more professional it might look. There's sometimes it's like, do this. Oh no, we don't do this now. It's like, oh no, there's always things changing. So having you do some of those things where, okay, Facebook's changed now, you've got to do this. It's like, we won't know that. we won't see that. We won't care about that because we're too busy trying to, make something look pretty, like make a new box or a new jar or a new, shiny things come our way.
So as part of the VIPP program, you have access to the weekly mastermind sessions. So could you just explain to everyone your experience or the value of those VIP mastermind sessions?
So during the VIP sessions, we've actually get to collaborate a lot as well with each other. We get to see what's new and what other people are working on as well. We get to have your feedback on what is going on in the world at large with sales, marketing, strategies, as well as things that might be new. Like we talked about podcasts, we've talked about creating a book, we've talked about webinars. So it's a variety of structures over all of the people that are in the VIP, not just one. So it can cover you for anything that you are doing in your business. So overall, you get a wide variety for, lots of different funnels, tunnels.
Funnels and tunnels. That's good.
Funnels and tunnels.
And recently we've just added the addition of the breathwork sessions on a Friday session and on a Friday afternoon. And that's personally because what I find is that business owners are very stressed, can get very overwhelmed with things. And for me personally, I found that breathwork's been very beneficial. So, bringing in a Alejandro, who is our coach, what has your experience of the breathwork sessions been?
Well, I did some breathwork this morning because Alejandro's done a 14-day challenge. And again, with being time, like not putting it in my schedule, my 14 days has been spread over starting whenever, and I'm on day 5, but I don't know what day it is. So
but awesome. But you woke up and you did it today. You did the breath work. So, and what is your experience like in your body, in your mindset? What is your experience of breath work been?
I believe it helps you with a lot of clearing out of all of the noise. It clears out all the negative energy that you might be carrying, and it also gives you a sense of peace and ease, so that when you've completed your breath work, you're able to then continue, focusing on what you need to focus on. So you've got that real clear path ahead. Breath work helps you to release as well, whatever you might be holding on to. So your body might have some awareness. It's holding on to, you might get a tingling or a sensation, and it also brings light to anything that might be bringing you down, so you can clear that energy as well.
How awesome. And then, because the thing is that when you go into your being a business owner and you get back to doing your business and your online marketing, and there's overwhelm and stress, but if you have all this baggage and all this heaviness and darkness over you, it makes it really hard for you to be creative. It makes it really hard for you to be motivated and self-disciplined. So I think it is a great addition to our program. So for all the amazing people that are listening right now, how can they connect with you if they want to explore your clean burn candles, either just to purchase, from your amazing collection of products that you have, or whether or not they potentially want to stock your items? What would be the best way for them to connect with you, Leah?
Going through my email is a really good way, through contact@cleanburncandle.com.au. I find that I'm always checking it, like I said, 9 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So I will not miss your message. If you do go to my website, I've also got a chat box there, and that will alert straight to my phone, and I'll get your message straight away. And you can give me your contact number, and I'm happy to call you and connect with you one-on-one. If you're here in Adelaide, you're welcome to come and do a one-on-one boutique consult with me, where we go through all the scents, and you have a scent journey, and you can collect or order whatever it is that you are attracted to that day. You might be attracted to something else the next day. So come back and have a look again, because scent is really a day-to-day thing. One day you might think, ooh, that's not nice. It might be something you're feeling that day, and then the next day, like, oh, that's my favorite. So it's very much ebb and flow with scent journey. So you've got to come through and definitely have a journey with me here. And if not, I am happy to do Zoom calls, Messenger, chats, Facebook, all that sort of stuff. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. You can find me everywhere. Can't not find me.
Yeah, I think, and in order to stay in the loop with all the amazing products that you continually are developing, a good part of that would be to subscribe on the website, because that way, when you do send out your newsletters or you do a product launch, people can be the first to hear about it. And take advantage of any offers that may come out. So, they can go to Clean Burn Candle, your website, and subscribe on there as well.
Yeah, straight away a pop-up will come up. You'll get your 10% discount or something like that. I can't remember. Is it 10% or $10?
First time buyers strategy. So jump onto the website, take advantage of the first time buyers strategy. So thank you so much, Leah from Clean Burn Candle. And in the comments below, Leah, if you want to go put all your little contacts in there, and of course share it across your network. It is Chantal Gerardy from Online Business Marketing, helping you to maximize the potential of your online marketing.